Hello, everyone. So good to be here again today. So good to be here. So excited. I have one hot gist for everyone. Hot gist. You know, I like hot gist. I work with girls, so if you don't know how to gist, you'll be on your own. You'll be alone. Please, this is that time when you get to share with your friends and say, Tima is life. Come and hear gist, oh, girl gist. Thank you so much for joining me on Instagram. Instagram is always very fast. Thank you, everyone. Yes, please tag a friend, call somebody, just tell them that it's gist time. They should come. I have one hot gist for everyone. Yes, I can see you. Please, if you're here, just remember to drop a comment. Just drop something so I know that you're here. So, um, I was just remembering this event I went for a few years ago. I was supposed to speak to the girls only. I've been doing this girl matter for a long time now. Even before I zeroed in on it. And the boys left us, and I was to, of course, talk to them about self confidence, body image issues, and stuff like that. It was actually about self confidence, basically, self worth, self esteem, and all that. Excuse me. So when it was question time, they were asking different kinds of questions. When they tell me that girls don't like talking, I'm like, you guys don't know how to talk to them. There is no session I have with teenagers, especially girls, and they don't follow me away from that program. They will come, their questions must be answered, clarity must be given, everything must be understood. Yes, so this question came from a girl because I mean we're all girls in that room. And she said, hello ma'am, so good to see you. How are you doing? And she said, I want to do a plastic surgery on my face. I just don't know how to go about it. I don't know. I don't know if it's right or wrong. What do you think? I need your advice. Excuse me. And I said, I'm not gonna answer this question. Mm-mm. I want to see this person. Of course, I have the wisdom of God. I needed not to answer it because you answer it right, wrong, you bring up scriptures. Have you solved the problem? No, there is an issue. That is the voice of somebody crying for something more than surgery. Yes. Sorry about that. So I asked her to wait behind. I just told, I said, the person who wrote this question, I would like to see you physically before I answer because I can tell, even without seeing you, that you're a pretty girl. I have seen you here, but I don't know you're the one. And since I started, I have not met an ugly girl in this room. So, of course, she met me. And when she was coming, I was looking at her and I was like, oh, this girl, when I was teaching, I looked at her, I observed her eyes. She had like this really pretty eyes. And, I kept looking towards her direction. So I was already smiling at her as she was coming to me. I didn't know she was the one that wanted plastic surgery, brethren. And so when she said, Ma, I was the one that wrote that question, I was like, no, no, not you. And she began to share her story with me. Okay, I hear that we're not live on Facebook. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we are good. Excuse me. So I was curious to know, why such a pretty girl would want to do plastic surgery. She was not yet 16. You want to change your face. Why? She said, because once in school, so a rumor was going on in school that she was really ugly, that it was so bad that one day she was in the library and one of her set boys just shouted, called her name and said, "You are ugly." She said she thought that the ground was going to open for her to enter. Shortly after that experience, she began to date someone in her class, somebody that, noticed how bad she felt, and how she was, now withdrawing from her peers, from her friends. The guy came to do solidarity, I'm sorry, and asked her out. And of course, she started to have sex with him. I'm not talking about somebody in a village, I'm talking about somebody in a city whose parents are middle upper class, if you would say, because this was not even a small school. So we cannot be raising girls and not have the beauty conversation. It's not possible. You just be deceiving yourself by saying, "No, no, I affirm my daughters every day." It's more than that. Now, let's even talk about the meaning of beauty. If I asked you, what's the meaning of beauty? Who knows? Who can define it? I like to ask questions. I teach teenagers. Forgive me. Please, who can tell me what you understand by beauty? Is it how I know somebody says when you're looking beautiful? What is beauty? Yeah. What really is beauty? What? Beauty is a combination. In case you didn't know it before now, so that when somebody is trying to harass your girls, when somebody is trying to bully your girls, beauty bully her, if there's a word like that, you would have a word of wisdom for her. I have two daughters and I have thousands of daughters, queen daughters in the girls' home. I can't afford to play with conversations like this, because I know how many times I've been in session and I've been trying to convince a girl of how beautiful she is, and it was not working. So we must have the beauty conversation. I know some people are like, go and face your books. What is it? Oh, beauty, beauty, beauty is important to a girl. How she looks is important. And that is why it is a source of distraction. Remember that this season is our season where we're preparing for the course, lead yourself to focus like a boss. And we just realized that some of the things that are pushing girls to be further distracted than nature and biology has assigned to them is this issue of beauty. I'm not beautiful enough, or is it I'm too beautiful? Something is not big enough. Something is not small enough. That whole roller coaster bulala, going round and round and round. This thought is the reason why I'm bringing this conversation up. So beauty is a combination quality of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the senses or the mind. Please, this is the part I want you to get. That pleases the mind. That means that it might please my mind and not please your mind. Mhm. So there is no standard of beauty. I'm coming. Let me know faster than myself. Beauty is an attractive quality that gives pleasure to those who experience it or think about it. You see, some of us just grew up not understanding what these things were. So when they told us that we're not beautiful enough, we were worried. I remember there was a time I was seriously trying to change my complexion. Oh, so no, I was not trying to bleach. I just wanted to be like chocolate skin. I don't know what I am now. Am I not chocolate? But as a teenager, it seemed like I was not chocolate enough. Chocolatey. So I asked my friend who was living in the US then to just send me something, that would just brighten my skin a bit, just make my original color pop out. Forgetting that a little thing like water and fruit, good sleep, frequent exercise could do that for me. But no, I was every time I was checking my emails, because in those days, no phones. I was constantly checking my emails to be sure that she had sent it. I was always disturbing her. When have you sent it? The jam I was supposed to be preparing for. Can I fit focus on jam? Can I fit? Hey, permit me to pidgin it now. Can I fit focus on the jam I was preparing for the girls? The kind of things that worry girls, I can't imagine it. Who else was worried about something, on their bodies? Please, who else was worried? Who else was concerned? Maybe about one part of you. For me, it wasn't even that somebody told me I was not beautiful. It was just me telling myself that the people that are beautiful are the people that are properly chocolated. And there I was, stuck, just stuck in my mind, because beauty indeed is, or beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty is an individual perception. That's one thing I want us to understand. Which is why even the most beautiful girl in the world, that contest, the winner is not, chosen by physical appearance. The winner of the most beautiful girl in the world is chosen by intelligence and confidence. How well did you answer your questions? How confident did you carry yourself? That's it. Because everybody standing on that stage is beautiful. So I usually ask the girls that, who is the most beautiful girl in the world? It's not the winner of that contest, because most times she's not the most beautiful in our eyes. But the judges need another yardstick. So they use intelligence and confidence. Our daughters, now let's bring it back home to our daughters. There is a time frame. There is a time frame to internalize beauty in our daughters. If we miss that time, our girls will struggle, and it will become a battle. They will struggle to believe that they are beautiful, because there was a time frame when they were growing up as children. That was the time for you to call their attention to their qualities. Remember, beauty is a combination. That means if your complexion is not the one you think you like me, the chocolate one, then your shape is going to make up for it. Your form is going to make up for it. The shape of your eyes, your head, your hair, something else is going to make up for it. We need to start calling the attention of our girls. Don't just let it be and say, does she not have a mirror? Is there no mirror? Can she see? She cannot see. She can't see. Someone says, I was so worried about my breast not growing on time. That one was a norm in secondary school. Those of us that we developed fast, we didn't have those issues. Those that didn't have, it was like God had abandoned them. How about those that did not see their period? Trouble. Girls worry about everything. There's nothing a girl does not worry about. The breast that is growing, you're not the one that is going to make it grow. What will your worry do? What will your worry do? But you see them, they're in class, they're unhappy. So the problem with the beauty conversation is that it distracts our girls from focusing on what is more important. The dissatisfaction that it brings is where the distraction is. Please, let's get that. The dissatisfaction with how we look, with how we perceive ourselves and our beauty, is where the distraction comes. So you're not even thinking about your face as in face. You're not thinking about your color as in complexion as in complexion, or your shape or your size. You're rather thinking about how dissatisfied you are. Everybody else's breast is out, mine is not. Everybody else is fair. Why am I not fair? Everybody else is beautiful. Why am I not? That's what is that dissatisfaction that births the distraction. So the assignment I have for you, Ma and Sir, who is parenting a girl, is to go out there and begin to call the attention of your daughter to her qualities. It's not just the physical look, to her personality. It's part of beauty. Earlier on today, I just, threw my daughter off balance. I said, come and join me on a video. She's like, oh, my this, my that. And I'm like, you're beautiful inwardly. Beauty lies on the inside first. You need to be that confident about that. These girls need to get it. If not, social media will mess our daughters up. Do you know that I've met a teenager who says she wants to do breast reduction? I know her breast is not big. Her breast is not big. Somebody is saying that I was concerned that my breast did not come out early. Somebody else is saying that my breast came out too early and too much. I've never seen this kind of thing. She's not in her 30s, she's not in her 20s. She is a teenager. And she's saying that my breast is not big enough. How old is she? I think 15 or is it 14? I see these things every now and then. It used to shock me before, but as we speak, I am no longer in shock. That these things that are happening on social media, the chicken has come home to roast, like my husband would say. Yes, the chicken is now in our home roasting. When these people come out there and they show you the body, the shape, and then, oh, they make it look like that's the standard. There is no standard. I'm going to end with this short story. So, back then in secondary school, my best friend, was dating her husband, and she was on the fat side. And one day he said to her, just, casually and jokingly, he said, you're too fat. And my friend said, you're too slim. That was the last day, whether by joke or by seriousness or by I'm just kidding, it never happened again. And that thing stuck. When anybody says anything to this, I give it back to you. Fast forward to a few years down the line, she's as slim as anything. He's now the fat one. And I reminded her, I said, do you remember when your husband told you you were too fat? And she said, mm-hmm. Do you see why I will not let anybody drop their standard on me? And I'm like, I get it. Because those days, people said all manner of things. Oh, she's a robber. She's this one, fatty bomb bomb, this. Meanwhile, she was such a smart young lady, beautiful in and out. But no, people wanted to just dump fact as description on my friend, and she refused it. These things are even temporary. Beauty, the Bible says, will fade. Beauty will fade. Where's Agbani Darego today? Do we know where she is? Somewhere living her life. I mean, so why do you act like, oh, because you feel that you're more beautiful than this other girl in your class, so you should come on people's heads? It is the people that feel less beautiful that we should be talking about. Because, like I said earlier, beauty is personal perception. Beauty is personal perception. How do you see yourself? How are you appealing to yourself and to your mind? If there's anything you're taking from this brief session, take that. It will help you focus. It will help your daughters focus. So these are the things that we're going to be, calling the attention of our girls as they lead yourself to focus like a boss course. That course is for girls, but parents have been asking, can we join the class? Mothers have been asking, can we join the class? Okay, so if you feel like your girly, girly in your mind, join us. Why not? It's a refresher course for me, because distractions are the things that pull us away from our purpose, from our destinies, from our goals, from our vision. It's distraction. You're here feeling you're not good enough, you're not worthy of standing out there, you're not beautiful like all the other speakers. Time is going. That's what I came to say. Time is going. Beauty is a perception. You want to write that in the comments? Beauty is a personal perception. The dissatisfaction that we feel for not thinking that we are beautiful enough is actually what brings about the distraction. However, going forward, I want to begin to affirm yourself and begin to teach your daughters to affirm themselves. They must not be dependent on you. It's good for us to do it, but let them get to that point. There's sometimes I'll sit down and then my daughter will just give it to me. This kind, mommy, please. I know who I am, and I'm like, let go. So please, I want you to keep sharing and sharing and sharing. If you have not liked, if you have not subscribed, if you have not shared, you are not doing good, or you're not doing good enough. Thank you so much, and hope to see you tomorrow at the midweek midday talk show with Atetima at 12 noon. Tomorrow I'm coming live at 12, not at 5 like this, at 12 noon. Please share, just tag, and let everybody know that together we need to raise girls who will be able to lead themselves, first to focus and then to fulfill purpose. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. At least I can see names on Instagram: Cheesy, Bimbo, since mentoring bootcamp. I see you. Adiola, my cousin, I see you. Prince, I see you. Babi, I see you. Juliet, Official Hook, Sarah, Irish, Banjo, Mubo, Elebella, Ella Bella, sorry. Moslocks, I see you. Ifi, I see you. Bimbo, I see you. Oyin Walter, I see you. Esther, Pretty Shewa, and of course, Mommy Darisa, Atinuke, and Miss Bonnies that joined us at the very beginning. Thank you so much, and looking forward to seeing you at midweek midday tomorrow. God bless you. How to register is in the comments, okay? Thank you and bye.